Hi, everyone. Well, this time let's talk about war. I am a psychologist, so mainly I'm interested in the psychological side of it. I will not really comment on the economical side of it and how some big war companies profit, how some politics might profit. Let's talk about the psychology of it. So, how do we feed war? Well, first of all, we feed it inside and outside in a very similar way. And I'll go later to the inner side of this. So, outside, when we feel we have been aggravated, injured, insulted, when we feel that someone did something quite negative to us, we have this tendency to seek revenge, to keep grudges, to keep resentment. And we see that revenge is glorified somehow in lots of literature, in lots of movies, lots of stories around, as if it were constructive or the right thing to do. We have been aggravated, so we take revenge. The thing is that it doesn't really work, psychologically wise, because if we keep our grudges, our resentment, we keep nurturing our shadow side. We keep feeding our hatred, eventually also our fear when we are really afraid of the perpetrators. This, if it keeps going, goes for producing a growth of resentment, negative feeling, and this eventually brings us to want to do to other people the same thing they did to us or even worse. So that means now we don't have just one perpetrator, we have two. We are adding our contribution to the negative world of anger, aggression, resentment, hatred, revenge. And we are adding this because we have fed this inside ourselves. Now, for inner war, it goes about the same thing. We become the perpetrators against ourselves because before this, we resent ourselves because of something we did or we didn't do or something we allowed other people to do to us, and we split inside. We split, we go against ourselves, we sort of take revenge against ourselves. We isolate portions of who we are from our main identity. So we split or we divide in lots of areas inside ourselves. And we keep this resentment, even hatred against ourselves or portions of who we are. And this brings, of course, malaise, it brings sadness, it brings guilty feelings, because when we feel guilty, we have a tendency to beat ourselves up. Outside again, sometimes we feel guilty because of what we did to other people, and then we are resented against ourselves, and we consent, we allow for others to do nasty stuff against us, to be perpetrators against ourselves because we feel guilty. We feel we should be punished. Now, punishment is also an idea that is a lot around. We should punish the bad behavior to stop it from happening. So if a country went against us, we must invade, destroy, we must punish them so they don't want to do it again. The only thing is that if we just think about ourselves, when we are punished, usually we keep grudges. We want to punish the others who punish ourselves. We want to take revenge. We are feeding hatred inside. So punishment is not the answer at all. We need to go for peace. We need to go for something else. Now, within ourselves, to stop our inner war and to stop guilt and to stop aggression against portions of who we are, love is necessary. We must be able to welcome, integrate, accept everything we are, everything we do and we did. So then we have access to every portion of ourselves and we can do something with them. In the outside, in the world, same thing. First, we must move towards love, loving, accepting in a way. We must move towards a unity of the human race. That means we don't just accept or agree if a country invades our own country, for instances, but this means we search for peace and for love and for platforms of agreement. We search for the common human stuff that might unite us, because our real radical adversary is war itself, is hatred, it's aggression, it's the perpetuation of this kind of thing. So we can try, it's a typical negotiation tactic that can indeed produce good results. We must try to find what is common, what we share with someone else, with another country, with another tribe, with people, so that we try to, in a way, collaborate with them, thinking war to be the real adversary, and together with war, separation, splitting inside, splitting outside, dividing, so that we may unite against war, against discord, against chaos. This is feasible. We just need to change our mentality. And so we may stop feeding war and we start feeding love and peace and a search for agreement. Because when we stop war, in a way, everyone wins. Just think about what would happen if the $2.4 trillion invested globally this year in war, in armament, in military research, would be diverted towards feeding the world, towards building hospitals, towards improving the communications, towards culture. Then we would have more peaceful humans, more loving humans. We will be evolving as a civilization. And this is idea for now. As usual, share, comment, subscribe the channel if you like this. See you.